We're online now.
Good, yeah.
All right. This is a question to the brothers
All
in the
right.
Justice League.
This is a
and
question to
everybody else that's listening. What do you all feel is the
Hey,
best?
hey, 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 hey. Oh, my bad.
Now, what you saying, brother?
Oh, go ahead, my bad.
All right. What is the fascination that Black people have about Martin Luther King? What is it about Martin Luther King that Black people gravitate toward, and why do Black people like Martin Luther King so much? What is it about him?
Well,
Okay.
what they look at him as a superhero. Like he saved the world. He came and saved the black community. And even though we did have rights, now we supposed to be equal or more value. You know what I mean? That they put a little value in us just because we integrated. I think that's what a lot of black people think about and feel.
All
Yeah,
right, let somebody else
ba-
go.
basically, man, he fought for rights that blacks already had, but he also, you know, he was willing to speak out when nobody was speaking out for the South, at least.
of the South,
Even
at
though,
least.
even
Even
though he had his issues, he reinforced rights and laws that were given to blacks nearly a century beforehand. Um, because the whites at that time acted like blacks didn't have no rights, but they had them all along. They had their constitutional rights right
Yeah,
at the end of slavery, and so whites tried to play black folks like they wasn't doing shit, and so he had to come through and rally all the blacks together and march and get beat and all that kind of stuff and die, just so that the black man could somewhat live like the white man.
Really, I
All
think it's
right.
status
That's the reason why. No, that is literally the
because
reason why
because
they look at
the
Dr.
black
King.
because the black people economy was doing good. Matter of fact, it was doing better than the white company.
Not in the
I
South,
think
but
it's
in other places they
now,
were.
especially in the South, because that's why. Think about it. Walmart. Why do you think they got all that money in Walmart?
What?
Who their main customers?
Walmart wasn't even around in
No,
the
I'm asking you a
60s.
question. Why you think Walmart got all the money? Who their main customers? Black
I,
people.
dude,
And
Walmart when he started Walmart, it wasn't even
you ain't
catered to
you ain't
black people.
you're not listening.
Walmart was catered to whites in
No,
Arkansas.
no, no.
Listen,
That's
Bishop,
what
Bishop.
he's
You're not listening to what I'm trying to tell
When
you.
he first started off, when Sam Walton created Walmart, it was a small superstore in the Ozarks of Arkansas. There was no blacks there. That shit ain't got nothing to do with no black people.
You're not listening. I want to try to tell you.
Go ahead,
You
go
went off
ahead.
on a rant.
What this
What
got to
I
do
was
with
saying.
Dr. King?
Listen. What I was saying
Just hold
was
on, let him say
this man right here in outrage, ain't it? Dang, what's wrong with you, cuz?
it. With Postal.
No, what I was trying to say was that Walmart get all their money through black people. In the South, if you can't go to white businesses, where you go? Black businesses, and they realized that black people were making a lot of money off black people. Black businesses were doing real good because what? A lot of we control the economics. If everybody stopped going to Walmart and go to Target, you see what I'm saying? So that's that's what I was trying to tell you. That's what I was trying to get through to you. Dang, it's hard to make my point because you over there talking about some Walmart. Go, Bishop and Mississippi. He kind of
Man,
messed up my point.
that just threw me off when you said something about some black folks in Walmart. And we talk about the civil rights era of Dr. King. That just threw me off.
Louisville, just explain it to him, Louisville. I don't think he get
I already got it. I'm good. You move on.
it. I don't know.
We good to
All
go, man.
right,
Good.
all
I
right.
don't know. We good to go, man.
All right, we good to go. All right,
So
all right.
I don't think he get it though. But
No, I don't think he get it though.
Okay, all right. You think he just all right, all right, all right. We're gonna move on. Here's the question that I have was what, from the accomplishments that he did, were they that paramount to our people during that time? And now, like, were they that paramount where we needed to integrate, where we needed to be at the front of the bus, even though people sit at the back of the bus to this day?
that is
Was it
funny.
really that important? That's the question.
Can
That is the
I say?
question. I know. That is the question that I have.
You know the funny thing about it,
I
Lord
ain't your
Vale?
daddy. Go.
Nigga,
All
what?
right. No, he was talking to me.
Look, that's something funny I gotta say though.
Oh, go ahead, Julian. You go
Let's
ahead first.
show you how black folks are.
I mean, Bishop Black.
Yeah, in the past, man, there was I think in Nashville, it might have been in Nashville, some black people actually created a bus company where they were going around
Yep.
and actually
Yep.
picking up black people in their own race. I think
Yeah.
that was Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. Now, yeah, it was in Nashville, but they did not support it,
It
and it
was.
failed.
Let me add on to that. See, and this kind of go back to the other question. Before we integrated the black economy, it definitely was better than the national economy as a whole. We had three major bus stations. I'm a bus company, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure where they were. We had three Negro baseball leagues. We had broom companies. We had, and let's not even get started on the old Nation of Islam and all what they was building. And I really feel like, and I know the older people might disagree. I really feel like the reason they wanted to integrate was so they could be with white folks. And it just I never understood when they say equal rights. I'm like, y'all was doing better before integration. I mean, granted, the materials and the what's the word I'm looking for? The facilities they had, it might not have been the best, but it was theirs. It was our own. You know what I'm saying? I can give you
I'm
an
about to
example.
disagree with you on that, but go ahead.
Okay, that's cool. But let me say this though to prove my point. What I'm saying, I can give you an example. When I go out into South Jackson or West Jackson, you will go into different neighborhoods and there will be older neighborhoods with older houses. And yes, some of them might be, I don't want to say run down, but you can tell they got some age on it. But at the same time, you can still tell that the people do their very best to keep it up and have it looking as best as they can. Yeah, it might have a board missing here. It might have a step that's cracked, but at the same time, you can tell that they keep it clean. So I really feel like the reason that we integrated because we wanted to be with white folks.
That sound about right.
I mean, that's true.
Because I mean, and I can take it even further. See, Negroes, especially during that time around the 60s, not all, but a good majority, a good portion of them felt like either on a conscious level or a subconscious level that white folks was better than them. Like down here in Mississippi, James Meredith, he was the first Negro to go to the first Negro to go to Ole Miss. And I'm saying to myself, well, who's the first white person to go to Jackson State? I mean, isn't Jackson State just as prestigious as Ole Miss? I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, hey,
Yeah, I
that's
see exactly what you're saying. We hold what other races have in high regard, but when it comes to the stuff that we
mm-hmm.
have, we look down upon it or look at it as cheap or poor.
Or like it don't matter.
Even though, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. Like, all right. So everybody know about Jefferson Street, hopefully, especially if we went to
Mhm.
TSU.
Yeah.
We didn't have to leave Jefferson Street. They own supermarkets. They had their own stores, like movie theater, all of that. You
Yeah.
know, and wasn't even just our people over there. We even had white people coming over there.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to what you were saying earlier, uh, Mississippi, about
Mm-hmm.
how we wanted to integrate. I mean, let's just be honest. They wanted to integrate not only just so they could, you know, use the material things or use the facilities, but they also wanted to be around white women or to be around white men. Because let's just be honest, most of those civil rights people was messing with white women, bro. It's
Yeah.
documented. You can read the FBI files. You can read this
Mm-hmm.
for yourself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
But I mean, my thing is this though. I really don't have no personal vendetta against King.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just feel like what he did was just a waste of time, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. Because, and I feel like they all. Well, I don't say I feel like I know that they changed the history as far as
Mm-hmm.
like with the March on Washington, right? They
Mm-hmm.
would tell people that him and Big Six, they was the ones that put that together with Byron Rustin gay ass and a few other people. But really it was people from different parts of the South that did that march because people was fed up with how black people was getting treated, how people was getting killed.
Slick.
If you want some information on that, hold on. Let me finish it up. Then I'll let you go, Mississippi. If you look up Malcolm X online, Malcolm X he talks about how the March on Washington was nothing but a farce. They lied. He had documentation, and also he was around during that time. Uh, that march was nothing because of retaliation of what was going on with black people, and they was just mad as hell. They was gonna tear shit up. It was to the point to where they was gonna lay down on the airports, and when a plane come in, they was gonna lay down right there. So they was going man. There's a lot of stuff that was gonna go on. And matter of fact, hold on, let me say one more thing. In
Go ahead.
Birmingham, right? Because they don't like to talk about this. You know how they like to tell us that our people were just getting sprayed with hoses. Bro, they was whooping the hell out of police officers because somebody got killed and they got frustrated because King was not popular during that time. But that's what
Mm-hmm.
after a certain time that people don't want to talk about. And people started like, nah, we gotta retaliate. So they started whooping polices. They started stabbing them. Like they was turning over cop cars. Like they were fucking shit up Birmingham. And then that's when Kennedy sent in. That's when he signed that civil rights bill. It wasn't because of no Dr. King and none of that. It was because them people in Alabama was gonna fuck some shit up. Well, they were fucking shit up. And then that's when he was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. Let's get this shit out the way so,
Yeah.
we don't have to deal with them. Nobody wants to say that, but go ahead, Mississippi.
But no, you tell the truth. I was just piggybacking off what you were saying, cause like at that time you had like the organizations down south like CORE, SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and then I'm willing to say the SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. They was like, this guy is a sellout because they was getting tired of that nonviolent talk anyway. They said, look, we got to go to Washington. We're going to do something. That's when Kennedy said, all right, we got to get the big six, MLK, this, that, and the third. He said, y'all need to come up with a speech, do something. But y'all got to do something to save our tails, basically. But to be really well, that I have a dream
Mm-hmm.
speech. That's really the save Washington speech. That's what it was. Because they about to light Washington up, boy.
Exactly. And nobody
Ooh,
wants to, and that's why I don't like when liberals or other races try to tell us what happened, changing up
uh,
the story. Like they even change up King because like I will say this. He did have a change of heart at the end of his days.
uh,
He was getting away from that nonviolence.
uh,
That's why he started meeting with Elijah Muhammad and various other leaders because he was like, nah, we can't do this Gandhi stuff. That ain't working. And let me say something. I,
And
Gandhi wasn't even not violent. This man went to London with a knife underneath his clothing. Like, really?
Hey, just let
Non-violent, bro. All right.
I, I'm out, man. Just let you know.
All
I
right,
hear
all
you.
right, all right, granddaddy.
All right, now.
But yeah, though, man.
All
Yeah,
right,
people.
all right. Go ahead.
Oh, y'all ready? Oh, okay. I didn't know what was going
Go
on.
ahead, man.
But yeah, bro. A lot of that's what I'm saying, bro. History, people they don't know their history, and then when they go on these films and TV, who directing or who writing the script? So how you really know?
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm. It's like they tell half truths when it comes. Like I told y'all a couple days ago. I watched Selma. I was looking at Selma like, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was like, okay, they sent the wide tapes to Coretta, and she heard him having sex, talking about you know, but they're not exposing, who was recording them. Like they don't. I hate when movies don't go into details about certain things,
Hmm.
about who was recording who and like it. But like I said, they trying to, rewrite the history.
Yep.
But just like they did
But
with
you,
the Aboriginals, they try to make these red men, even though they're black people, are the original Aborigines.
And really,
hello.
people don't want to believe it because they just too lazy to even want to, think about it
To
and
the
do.
research,
Yeah,
Hmm. A lot of I don't even think. Well, some people probably are lazy, but a lot of people are afraid to research because they're afraid what they're gonna find.
I'm just trying to see
because
how
I ain't
this
gonna even
knowledge.
lie to you though.
I'm just trying to see how that knowledge of you knowing who you are messing you up. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Now, I'm
How would they why would they be scared of that? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, think of it like this. Think of if you've been told your whole life something, right? And then somebody is coming with you with some new information, you probably not you gonna fight it. You gonna be like,
yeah,
nah, I was told this is I was a child. Nah, I ain't trying to hear what you talking about. You don't know what the hell you talking about. My mama told me this. My daddy told me this. My teacher
yeah.
told me this. You know what I'm saying? Like they gon' because it's gonna be coming from a place of emotion as
Hmm.
well. So
Hmm.
they're definitely to fight you
Yep.
I just need people
because it's
come with
some
facts.
personal attack.
Yep. You're right about that.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you, but everybody don't think like us.
Yeah,
And common sense ain't so common.
man.
Hmm.
Not anymore, especially in these days.
And
But
yeah,
anybody else got something to say? They want to get off their chest about
Nah,
King?
that's about all I can really say about them. It ain't. I just want to say to people out there, do your research on not just Dr. King, but just people in general. But as far as Martin Luther King, yes, at the end he did have a change of heart, but from the beginning, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, like I try to give him some credit, but I don't see how he couldn't see what was going on. And that's just all I got to say about it.
well, there we go.
Mm.